Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Daniel, and we're back with another video. Today we're going to be going over how to calculate your offer price when wholesaling real estate. I do have some notes here that I'm going off of, just some reminders. If you're new to the channel, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and welcome to the community. I hope that you learned something while you're here. And if you find anything I'm saying useful, hit that share button and share it to one of your loved ones so they can start learning today as well. Okay? So today we're going to get right into it. To calculate my offer price, usually I use a simple formula. I usually start with the ARV. So first you're going to find your ARV. After you find your ARV, you're going to find your desired profit on this deal. After you find your desired profit on the deal, you're going to go ahead and find your repair cost for the property. All right. And once you find your repair cost, you're going to calculate your closing cost. Okay. So once you have these things, now you'll be able to find your offer price. All right. And the offer price is how much are you going to offer to the seller that you just found who's interested in selling the property in order to make a good wholesale fee for you and for them to walk away satisfied as well as your buyer coming in and buying the deal. And without your buyer buying the deal, there's no deal and there's no payday for you. So you want to have a good offer price so that you can be able to find these deals, lock in these deals, and keep going, keep growing, okay? So first step you're going to want to do is find your ARV on the property. To find your ARV on the property, you're going to want to start by going to Zillow, going to Redfin, or going to Realtor.com, okay? You're going to type in your property address and you're going to find the neighborhood where your property is in. You don't want to go past any main roads. You want to just stay in the same area so that you know that the neighborhood is the same. Sometimes if you go past a main road, you think about your neighborhood, one side can be nice and the other side could be not so nice, you know? So you want to stay in the same area so you can have a comparable that is actually valid. And because this is crucial, you don't want to just get a property that said, hey, this property sold for $1 million, but this property is across town, not anywhere near yours. You want properties that are close to yours so that it's actually a valid and usable house to compare your house to, okay? Which is a comp in simpler terms, okay? So you're going to find 3 to 5 of these comps. You're going to find these comps and they're going to be comps that match your property or that are close to your property. So say your property is 3 beds, 2 baths. You want to find properties that are 3 beds, 2 baths, or that are close. Maybe a bedroom different or a 1 bathroom different, up or down, okay? The same thing with the square feet. If your property is 1,500 square feet, you want to find properties that are maybe 1,200 to 1,600. You don't want to go to 2,000 square feet, and you don't want to go all the way down to 1,000 square feet either, or 800 square feet. You understand what I'm saying? You want to stay close so that these properties are valid and good comps, okay? The better your comps, the better your ARV, the better your sell price, the better your wholesale price, and the quicker the process goes. If you don't have a good ARV, the whole deal won't be structured the right way, okay? Then your ARV is going to be off, which is going to make your wholesale fee off, which is going to make your rehab off, which is going to make your whole deal fall apart, because when you go to sell it, they're going to look into it and they're going to say, hey, this house isn't worth that much. You offer too much to them and now you have no deal. And it's just a bunch of time wasted and you don't want to get into that, okay? So you do want to be able to find the offer price. This is a step that I struggled with when I first started, was how did I offer the right price? Not understanding how I was supposed to offer people, and I was offering too high and wasn't able to close the deal, okay? And I had to learn, okay, wait, well, something ain't right, you know? Then I had to learn, okay, I'm offering too much. When one of the first deals I ever got a person under contract, it was a probate house, and I had them under contract for $220,000, and I couldn't find a buyer. I struggled. I caught over 200 cash buyers. And if you want to learn how to find cash buyers, go down below, comment cash buyers. I'll make another video on how to find cash buyers. Yeah, so no one everyone was like, hey, I'm charging too much. I had them for 220. I was trying to sell it for 230, maybe 240. Okay, I thought ARV for the property was around 300. So I'm thinking, hey, this is a great deal. I got a great deal. And unfortunately, the comps that I was using weren't good enough comps. The house later on ended up selling for 200,000, which was 20,000 cheaper than I had it. You believe that? So it's all about just making your offer right and making sure you calculate the price. Okay, make sure you do it right. I usually do it at least 2 to 3 times on different softwares for the same property and see how close or not I am to getting the same number using different sources, different comps. Okay, if you want me to show you another way, different source that I use to get this offer price, go down below, comment source, and I'll give you 2 more sources on how you can find offer prices. Some are a little quicker, some take a little longer, okay? So anyways, now that you found your ARV, you're working on your ARV, you found your comps, you found at least 3 to 5 houses that compare that were sold in the area. Also, you want these houses to have been newly renovated, okay? You don't want to find the houses that were sold cheap. You want to find the houses that were sold expensive and they were close to your house, okay? Highest sold ones in the last 12 months, okay? After you have those prices, you're gonna find the average for all of them. So the easiest way I find is type them into Google and ask Google, hey, what's the average for these numbers? That's gonna be your ARV on the lead that you're working on, okay? All right, so after you have your ARV, you're gonna add on your desired profit. So your desired profit is usually 10 to 20% of the ARV, okay? So now depending how good the deal is, how good the ARV is, and how much the seller is willing to negotiate on the price determines your profit, okay? So if the seller is willing on going, say your property is ARV is 200,000 and the seller wants to take 100K, well, okay, that's a good payday. You're probably gonna make 20%. Say they want to go down to only 150K, 130K, you probably make 10%, maybe 5%, okay? So you do want to take into consideration, be a little open with your desired profit, especially if it's your first deal when you're new to it, all right? I would say, would you start off 20%, okay? So you're gonna have your ARV, you're gonna write down your ARV is 200,000. You're gonna write down your desired profit is 20% of the 200,000. Now you're gonna calculate your repairs in the property. An easy way to calculate the repairs, fast way, is to just go online, look up some photos, look at how bad the damage is. You can speak to the seller, ask them. Sometimes sellers are not always honest. They say, oh, the property is not too bad, and you go and see it and it's bad. Or they don't tell you that the basement is flooding, or that the garage is all shot in the back, you know? So sometimes it's better to just go in person, bring a general contractor with you. It's the best way to get the best estimate, because now you know what they're gonna charge you and how much it's gonna be for the house to get redone and look beautiful again, okay? So once you have your repair cost, once you have the quote from the general contractor, all right, you're gonna have your ARV, you're gonna have 20% for your desired profit, you're gonna have your repair cost, let's say for example it's 30,000, and then you're gonna have, last but not least, your closing cost. An easy way to find your closing cost is just call a couple closing companies in your area, find some closing companies, because it's crucial to the steps in the business anyways, and you're going to need them. So it's better to start building from a relationship with them now. You call them, you can Google wholesale friendly closing companies in my area, in your area, you know, and then once you find them, you want to call them and ask them for a rough estimate on how much it would be. And if they want a property, for example, you can give them the property that you're working on and just get a quote. Usually it's somewhere around 5,000, maybe give some, take some. But if you just want to make a quick offer and don't want to call them just yet, you just want to come up with an offer, you can just use 5,000 as an average number for closing costs to go based off of, okay? So now let's say you have your ARV, which is 200,000. You have your profit, which is 20%. You have your repair cost at 30,000, and you have your closing cost at 5,000. Now you're gonna grab your calculator. You're gonna type in 200,000, all right? You're gonna subtract 20% for your fee. So you're gonna type in 20 and then the percent sign equals, you're gonna stay with 160,000. Now you're gonna subtract 30,000 for repairs. And then you're gonna subtract 5,000 for your closing cost, leaving you with a total of 125,000. Now 125,000 will be your offer price on this deal, okay? I hope that this video helped you. I hope that you liked it. If you did, go down below, comment, a thumbs up, and I'll be sure to keep making more videos. If I went too fast, go back, take some notes, rewind it as many times as you need to, watch it again. This is a fast and easy way, free way of finding an offer. I'm your host, Daniel, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.